everyone! First of all, let me introduce you. I'm Dinda, Kharisma Lutfiana. In this video, I will tell you about my story at the Eid al-Fitr a few months ago. It was a tiring, but also pleasant experience. Alright, let's start. Before I tell you about my story on the Eid al-Fitr, doesn't it seem incomplete if we don't discuss also the last night of the month of Ramadan? Actually, I don't know exactly how to call the last night of Ramadan in English. But in this video, I will call it the Takbir Evening Festival. Let's start. Just as it had been years earlier, it was routine for my family and the families of my mother to observe the fast together. We are doing this thing at my grandma's house. There, we gathered and broke the fast together. We don't buy food to break the fast. Each family will bring their meals and then gather them at grandma's house to serve together. When we finish breaking the fast, we will relax on the terrace for the Takbir Evening Festival that would normally take the road in front of the house. The festival will usually begin at 8 p.m. This festival is the festival that always takes place the night before the Eid, both Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. This festival is fun, whether to be followed or just to be watched. At very front, there will be attraction of those playing with fire, and then behind them will be those carrying torches, and then at the very back will cars carrying gifts. When the festival is over, all members of the family return to their homes. I went home to help my mother prepare some Eid snacks for family or neighbors who will come to visit here tomorrow. Not to mention, we also prepare some drinks. It's Eid al-Fitr Day. My father, mother, brothers and I set out to attend Eid prayers at mosque located near our home. The mosque was very close to our house, about 100 feet or so, I don't know exactly. After returning from the mosque, we then had breakfast together, and we prepared to visit the family's house. But before that, as we know it, the feast of Eid is synonymous with mutual forgiveness. Not forgetting after, we also apologize to each other first. My father, mother, brothers and I apologize to each other for the mistake we made. Here my brothers and I are getting a lot of advice from my parents. I felt so moved that I want to cry. I was embarrassed. Next, we went to grandma's house to do the same thing. Similarly, we also apologized to each other in the family. On the first day of Eid al-Fitr, my family and I used to go around the house to our uncles and aunts who live near our house. Usually, we are going around until noon. At 1 p.m., we return home to rest. Later, in the afternoon, there will be many neighbors and several families who come to our home. Everyone who comes to our house apologizes to each other. Usually, our house was visited by many guests late into the night. The days that followed, we did the same thing, visiting another family home. For example, on the first and second Eid al-Fitr, my family and I had gone to visit our family who lived in another village. Then the following day, we went to Mojokerto. Still the same as before, on the fourth day, we went to Surabaya. On the sixth day, I helped my parents make ketupat. Some of you may have had a tradition of eating ketupat on the first day of the Eid al-Fitr. But in my neighborhood, eating ketupat is a tradition held after the seventh day. Then, after the morning prayers on the seventh day of Eid al-Fitr, the food and ketupat were brought to the mosque. The only ones who were allowed to go to the mosque when it was just men. Not only did our family prepare meals and ketupat, but other neighbors also did the same. After that, there will be a small festival held in front of the mosque. It's a festival of firecrackers and flying balloons. The festival is very festive. because they will hear many voices raised by firecrackers. Then the balloons will be flown. They won't be able to fly too high, so they will burn if they reach a point in the sky. Phew. I think my story is finished. I hope that through it I can share a little taste of the glorious festival that I'm having and will be a story of interest to you. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching to the end. Goodbye.